Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. It's now time for Frontline Business. Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw says he will be lobbying with the government to look at the introduction of a micro stock exchange to help small and micro businesses. Codian Barrett tells us more.
While speaking at the Jamaica Stock Exchange's Investments and Capital Market Conference on Thursday at the Pegasus Hotel, Mr. Shaw pointed out that majority of Jamaican companies fall in this category and this should help raise capital.
90% of all our businesses in Jamaica, it's the micro and small enterprises, 90%. That category has the greatest challenge in financing. And unfortunately, a lot of them have sought in desperation to go to sources of financing that are high interest rate sources of financing.
Mr. Shaw says a micro stock exchange can help mitigate some challenges for small businesses, especially high interest rates.
We have seen the emergence of the so-called microfinance sector. And we know that you cannot be engaged in a productive, competitive, even export-oriented enterprise. We're talking about linkages from growing to processing to export. When you are going to be charged in a microfinance operation 20%, 30% interest rates, it just can't work.
Codian Barrett, Frontline Business.
And during the JSE's conference on Tuesday, a social stock exchange was launched. It will be used to raise funds for non-profit organizations. So far, 5 companies have been vetted to be listed on the new market. Kimberly Broderick has more.
In order to qualify, companies performing social good must be registered with the Companies Office of Jamaica or as a non-profit organization. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who spoke at the event, said it promotes the kind of transparency required when making donations to a worthy cause.
And if you're giving large sums of money, you want to know that the objective to which you're giving, that the persons who have received the funds are using it for the cause.
The Prime Minister says this is just the beginning.
I mean, eventually, it will evolve to having social shares, but that's a far more complicated thing that we'll reserve for another period of time. So I want to, again, congratulate the Jamaica Stock Exchange for this new innovation. I know it will be successful. I'm endorsing it, and I'm asking Jamaicans to participate.
Frontline Business understands that there will be 2 categories on the social stock exchange. One for donations to companies which are working on specific projects. This category will have no monetary return on investment. The other category caters to investments being made in companies which make a profit. In this case, the investor would apply for shares in that particular social enterprise. Kimberly Broderick, Frontline Business.
In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 1,113 points to close at 371,162. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 55 stocks, of which 13 advanced, 26 declined, and 16 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 23 points to close at 3,176. Stocks advanced for Barita Investments, Derrimon Trading, Fontana Limited, Jamaica Broilers, and Jamaica Stock Exchange. Stocks declined for 138 Student Living, AMG Packaging and Paper, Berger Paints, Blue Power Group, and CAC 2000. Trading firm were 1834 Investments, Siboney Group, Express Catering, ISP Finance Services, and Jamaica Producers. Fosrich Company Limited was the volume leader with over 1.5 million units, followed by Proven Investments with over 1.2 million units, and Wisinco Group with 823,036 units. News in oil. Oil prices were steady on Thursday as renewed concerns about the global economic outlook offset support from a U.S. threat of sanctions on OPEC member Venezuela. Brent crude was down 10 cents or 0.2% at $61.04 a barrel, while U.S. crude rose 15 cents or 0.3% to $52.77. And that's it for Frontline Business. Regional stories are up next.